Yuba-Sutter.live's local government live streams are presented by Plumas Lake Self-Storage in Plumas Lake, where lifelong local residents are helping other residents keep things safe, providing indoor storage units, outdoor RV and vehicle parking, moving supplies, and Penske truck rentals. Details at plumaslakeselfstorage.com.
Mr. Seth.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please be seated. So a few announcements that were taken in closed session. Suspended expulsion contracts. The board unanimously voted to approve contracts EH 2425-50 through 55. And the board also voted unanimously to approve revoked suspended contracts EH 242546. And the board also voted unanimously to approve the reinstatement contracts EH 23-24-05. I'm sorry, 07. And that's all we had for open comments, or for closed session. And now we have comments from the board members. Mr. Fuhrer. Dr. Yang. And Mr. Taylor. And Mr. Steeman. Mr. Galicia. Well, that made it a lot easier. Okay, well, I do have something I'd like to talk about real quick. We have many fine educators at Marysville Joint Unified School District. We have educators that have exceeded 35 plus years of teaching service at our district. Kiki Parker was among this group. Kiki Parker taught at Linda School before she arrived at Covalot School to teach kindergarten. Kiki served 37.75 years, shaping the minds of many, many students. In 2012, Kiki suffered a brain aneurysm. She was unable to return to work on the job that she loved. Unfortunately, Kiki passed away this last weekend. In honoring Kiki Parker's nearly 38 years of teaching, we'd like to have you join us in a moment of silence, please. Thank you. Now we have recognitions. Miss Amy Stratton.
Good evening. Tonight we have a lot of recognition happening. It's really an exciting time in education as everything's coming to a close and students are well on their way of learning everything they're going to learn in this grade level. And tonight, one of the exciting things we have going on was our spelling bee. So tonight we're going to recognize our winners of the spelling bee competition, as well as acknowledge our 2 winners that are going on to the next level competition. They've already won the county, they're going on to the state. So let's start with our spelling bee, our grades 4 through 6. Karen Yang from Olivehurst. Jameson Lycon from Cordova. Nicholas Villanueva from Kynoch. Francisco Garcia Laduemas from Cedar Lane. And then I'm also going to call up our 7th and 8th graders at the same time, if you guys will hang out over here for a moment. From our middle school category, 7th and 8th grade, Jace Jensen from Arboga. Oh, sorry, Jace didn't show up, sorry. Juliet Farron from Yuba Gardens. Haley Ortero from Arboga. And if I could get you all to come up and take a picture. Parents, this is a great time for pictures. Hold up your teacher certificate. Make sure it's right side up. And if we could leave Francisco and Nicholas up here for a moment. Thank you and congratulations. I attended the spelling bee at the county level, and I'm going to tell you, these two were fierce spellers. Not only did they get through all of their grades 4 through 6 spelling lists, in order to get them out, they had to get into the 7th and 8th grade spelling list. And they continued spelling off of that 7th and 8th grade list. They were fierce. So these are our two going to the next level of competition. What day are they going? What day? March 26th down in Manteca. April 25th. Down in Manteca. I guess they're going today. I don't know. So congratulations, a big round of applause for our two winners. Congratulations. I'm going to take one last picture, just the two of you. Sorry. I should have been a little more, ready for that. Maybe. Maybe. Okay. I was just reminded, Francisco, he's won 2 years in a row. Woo. Educator of the Year. That's what's next. Yep.
All right. We are going to move on to the MJUSD and YCO Educator of the Year nominations for classified staff. Everybody can see the names that are up there. We do have 3 people that are here in attendance, and we ask that they come up when I call your name. Let's start with Bonnie Felkins. Next, we have Crystal Garcia. And Ramona Leal. All right, the next category we had was the new teacher category with years from 1 through 5. And we have, looks like 5 in attendance. We'll start with May Chow. Oh, sorry. No, we just need to get the right one up. For new, there you go. Thank you. Next we have Juliana Gantillon. Did I say that right? And then we have Bradley Harrington. We have Kira Harrington. And Holly Mesher. All right, moving on to our teachers that have been in the district for 5 or more years. We have one more that's here? Autumn Campbell. Thank you. Sorry about that. Okay, moving on to teachers with 5 or more years of experience. We have Rebecca DeAgostini. Cheryl Knoll. And Bart Moorfield. And Emily Staving. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Michelle Walker. Thank you. All right, we're going to move on to the category that is essentially who this year's winners were. They will also be recognized on April 10th at YCOE. So that's coming up. So again, we hope they all can attend. So we have 5 of the 6 that are in attendance today, starting with Gina McQuaig. Charlotte Baum. Crystal Richards. Amy Tao. And actually, Amy's category was counselor. So not new teacher, but counselor. And then lastly, we have Terry Schrader. All right, we have one final category that's not related to this, but something that's very special. We want to recognize this individual, or actually these individuals as well, and have them come up. And so the last category recognition we have is the AXA CSY Region 2 Administrator of the Year winners. We have, I know she's here, London Duenas from our district office. And London was both the AXA Region 2 and COSA chapter winner, and there was an event on Friday evening in Lincoln to recognize London for that, which was really great. And then lastly, we have Jamie Larson. I know Jamie's not here, but let's thank Jamie. And then we can get everybody in for a picture.
You thought we were done, but we're not. We're not. We have some amazing students. Some amazing students for our Positive Impact Award. We have Andy Martinez from Arboga. Logan Center from Ella. Chloe Favela from Foothill. Juliet Shawcraft from Foothill. Abigail Quidos Lucio from Lyndhurst. Kiana Zong from Lyndhurst. Bailey Hennings from Charter Academy. And Ivan Arlie Cicito from Olivehurst. And it's picture time. Parents, pictures. Hold up your certificates. A big round of applause for next year's leaders. I understand there's games to get to. Yeah, one more. I'll wait till it gets a little quiet. Okay, we also have some positive impact awards for staff. Okay. We also have some positive impact award for our staff. From Browns Valley PTA, so staff and community, we have Brianna Chaucy. From Nutrition Service, we have Jeremy Dweed. From our Transportation Department, we have Norman Saylor. From our Edgewater Sharks, we have Miranda Hartridge. From Loma Rica, we have Denise Siller. From MCAA, we have Daniel Tejada. And from South Lyndhurst, we have Victoria Casterone. Again, family, friends, administration, pictures.
We have two more awards. You can wait up front if you want. Hi, I'm Amber Green, Director of Nutrition Services, and I'm up here to recognize the Nutrition Services Department staff for the creation of the recipe Kickin' Kiwi Chicken Chile Verde, and we are thrilled to share that it was just selected as the winner in the Powered by School Food Professionals recipe contest, beating out over 1,000 submissions for the community choice. For the community choice winning recipe, earning the top spot, voted #1 by students, parents, staff, and school food pros across California. Department staff, Nutrition Services, please come up and shake the hands of the board trustees. This was also the team handing out samples before the board meeting. And then stay up there, you guys. Today we We not only celebrate staff, but we are also proud to recognize Wild River Fruit as an outstanding community partner for their commitment to bringing fresh local ingredients to our students' trays every day. Their kiwi was the inspiration for this dish. We have Cecilia from Wild River Fruit. Please come up, Cecilia. Wild River is on Simpson Lane, right across from the flea market, so we drive by this a lot in our community, so thank you for growing fabulous fruit. And we'll take a picture from somebody. John, can you take a picture for us?
Well, thank you for those great presentations. It's really good to see a lot of our people get acknowledged. Next, opportunity for employment organizations to address the board. Marysville Unified Teachers Association. Ms. Angela Stiegel.
Good evening, Mr. Criddle and the rest of the board and everybody else around. For those of you who are wondering, yep, I'm sick. So, Angela Stiegel, I'm president for Marysville Unified Teachers Association, and I am just trying my best to pull through until we have our 3-day weekend. First off, I do want to make sure that we acknowledge and thank all of the various award winners. It was absolutely a very refreshing and deserved way to start off board meeting with all the various recognitions, including all of the students, all of the staff, our community members. Also, we would like to particularly make sure to point out and congratulate our Yuba County Office of Ed and MJUSD Educator of the Year nominees and the winners. That is very exciting, and so we thank all of those people for all of the hard work they do that got them those nominations and those wins. Within that, I also want to make sure that we thank all of our unit members. It's that time of year where everybody is just trying to make sure that we pull through to spring break. It's like just make that long haul to spring break. We have a lot going on at a lot of our schools, and so I would, as always, invite any and all of our board members to go out and visit school sites and see what's going on. There's a lot of exciting things going on in a lot of classrooms at all of our sites across the district. Also, I would like to make sure that, speaking of the 3-day weekend, a little bit of good news. We do have a district-wide minimum day on Thursday in honor of Cesar Chavez Day and all of the hard work that he did. And we also, like I said, we have Friday off, so we have a 3-day weekend coming up, which will help with the long haul to spring break. Additionally, as we all know, we have had, unfortunately, a lot of rifts and layoffs going on in the district. Fortunately, in our unit, it appears that we have been able to overcome those for our unit. We had a small number, and so I would like to thank again Jordan and Jennifer both for meeting with me to get that resolved and taken care of. However, I would like to state that we understand that some of our other units have not been as fortunate, and that there have been a lot of errors and mix-ups and misunderstandings, and also unfortunately, a lot of people who were notified like in the middle of their workday. And I know that that's something that all of the units and the district have agreed on in the past, that that is a really awful practice for people to be notified in the middle of their workday that they've either been non-reelected or laid off. And I would just like to reiterate to the district and to the board that there are better ways to do that. It is extremely hurtful and painful for employees to receive that notice at all, but to receive it in the middle of their workday is extremely problematic and extremely hurtful, and that's just not how we should treat any of our employees, not my unit and not those in any other unit in this district. For people to have their days interrupted like that and to basically, I think we can all understand that at that point in time, you feel like, you know, you've just been punched in the gut, you've just been kicked right in the spine, and then to be told that you're basically supposed to go on and finish off your day, taking care of the students in your charge, that's a tough one for anybody to pull off. The best of employees, the most dedicated of employees, that is a hard one to pull off. And I just don't think that that's a position we need to put any of our employees in. And I do hope that as we continue on, that not only did my unit not have to endure any of that, but I hope that we can rectify those situations in the other units as well, so that they don't have to continue to endure that. And the mix-ups and the mistakes and the errors that have been made, I hope that those can be remedied appropriately within those units ASAP. And some of those may not be easy fixes, just as an outsider looking in. Additionally, I would like to thank Mr. Criddle for your kind words in regards to Kiki Parker at the beginning of the meeting. Yuta would also like to extend our condolences to her family. Mrs. Parker is someone who is fondly remembered by all of her former students, and so we extend our condolences to her family, friends, and her loved ones. We would also like to remind the district, because I see it in the board packet, remind the district and the board that we do not have a new agreement between the teachers union and the district in regards to dual enrollment. And so as it stands right now, the district has been continuing to violate previous agreements that we have had, and you're also actually violating your own board policy. And so with the CCAP partnership agreement renewal on the agenda, just thought I'd bring that to your attention. So thank you and have a good evening.
Thank you, Mrs. Sigel. Next, we have Operating Engineers Local Union number 3. California School Employees Association 326 and 648. Association of Management and Confidential Employees. Supervisory Unit. Okay, with that said, we're going to move on to number 9, public comments. Persons wishing to address the board under public comments or a specific agenda item prior to the board taking action must complete a public comments card and place it in the basket. The speakers will be invited to the podium in the order of the public comment cards received. The public may address topics not on the agenda during this section of the agenda or ask that they be heard during a specific agenda items. Comments are limited to a maximum of 3 minutes per speaker or a 20-minute total time for public input on each item per board policy bylaw 9323. The Ralph Brand Act prevents the Board of Trustees from responding to these comments with the exception of clarifying questions. The California Government Code section 549542A states no action or discussion shall be undertaken on any item not appearing on the posted agenda except that members of the legislative body or its staff may briefly respond to the statements made or questions posed by persons exercising their public testimony rights under section 54954.3. We will now hear public comments from Leah Johnson.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the board. My name is Leah Johnson, and I am a junior at Marysville High School. I'm here today to talk about something that is not just important, it's necessary. I'm talking about the Wellness Center, a place where people and lifelines and so many students, including me, depend on. Right now, our school is facing tough financial decisions. We've seen millions of dollars go towards things we didn't need, while essential programs like the Wellness Center are at risk. But here's the truth. Cutting mental health resources just isn't about a budget. It's about real students, real lives, and real struggles. Mental health is a crisis in schools across the country. According to the CDC, suicide is the second leading cause of death for people aged 10 to 34. Students died by suicide and 22% reported seriously considering it. These aren't just numbers. They represent classmates, friends, and peers who need support. For many of us, school is the only place where we feel safe. The Wellness Center isn't just a room. It's a place where students can go, where they can struggle and have peace while also getting support that they need. And here's why this is a little more frustrating. The Wellness Center wasn't just handed to us, it was fought for. Students, parents, and staff came together to demand this space to ensure that our school was provided a safe mental place. As a former foster child, I know firsthand the impact of the Wellness Center has given. There were times when I lacked basic necessities, and the center was always there. No judgment, no questions, just help. I'm not alone in this. Every day, students rely on the Wellness Center for essentials, a place to rest, or simply comfort and the well-being and support of Elva, who shows up daily with kindness alongside Jaylene and Rocky, our emotional support dog, who always seems to know when someone needs him. And it's not just about what the Wellness Center provides, though. It's about the people who run it. The staff doesn't ask for much. In fact, they use their own money to help students when their funding falls short. They're not in this for the paychecks. They're here because they genuinely care. But without the funding, even their generosity can go so far. We've seen millions of dollars spent on things that didn't directly impact students. Yet we're being told that no money for something that does being told that there's no money for something that does. That's not right. Schools that invest in mental health resources see better attendance, higher test scores, and fewer disciplinary issues. Supporting the Wellness Center isn't just the right thing to do, it's a smart thing to do. Marysville High School has worked hard to rebuild its reputation. Cutting the Wellness Center would send the wrong message that our mental health isn't a priority. But we can change that. We can stand up and see and show that these students matter. So I'm asking for you to fight for us. Fight for the students who need a safe space. Fight for those who don't have a voice. Fight for the school values and for every student, not just academically, but emotionally and mentally. Fight for the countless students, parents, and staff who refuse to accept that schools' mental health resources are a priority. In closing, I'm here on behalf of Marysville High School student body, and we ask for you to please reconsider allocating funds to our Wellness Center. Thank you.
Thank you, Leah. Next, we have Lori Guy.
Good evening. My name is Lori Guy, and tonight I'm representing the Marysville Joint Unified School District Education Foundation as a volunteer consultant. I have long connections with the foundation board as a founding board member holding various offices. The current board president is Rob Greger. The goals of the foundation are to advance academic achievement, foster social and ethical development, promote civic responsibility, encourage appreciation of the arts, facilitate communication and collaboration within the community to support the Marysville Joint Unified School District and its students. The Education Foundation has provided many grants for schools twice a year, with applications being accepted in November and February. Since 2011, $125,283 in grants have been awarded to MJUSD schools. Most recently, the foundation has announced $603 towards South Lyndhurst High School for their Peace Corner. In the fall of 2024, $1,000 was awarded to Browns Valley for their garden project. Other functions of the foundation include support for our homeless program and Yuba Gardens Warrior Pride community activities. The foundation looks forward to establishing a new annual fundraiser and ongoing mini grant funding. Thank you for the opportunity to provide this update. I also would like to acknowledge Kiki Parker, having been a second grade teacher at a site where she was the first grade teacher, and how she prepared and contributed to her students was evident every day and every year. Thank you.
Thank you, Lori. Superintendent updates. Acting Superintendent, Mr. Jordan Rees.
I do have a couple things. Had an opportunity to go to Lyndhurst for their BMA Awards, which was quite an event. So I appreciate the invitation. Cabinet was able to go out there, witness a lot of students and staff at Lyndhurst to get recognized. Very proud to be there. I was up in Chico at the FFA Superior Region State Degree Awards. Lyndhurst High School had 8 students receive state degrees. Marysville High School had 15. Marysville also had 4 regional proficiency winners. And Alicia Wright, principal of Marysville High School, was awarded the Sectional Star Administrator of the Year. So congratulations to all those students and staff. Also, I would like to thank everybody involved, especially law enforcement. This past Thursday, we had a lockdown, a hard lockdown throughout this particular complex. Started with a threat at the charter school, Marysville High School, North Lyndhurst, ABL, district office, all facilities here, transportation, everything had to go on a hard lockdown. Law enforcement was here within minutes. We were fortunate that over in Wheatland, Yuba-Sutter, SWAT team was doing some trainings. I don't know the actual amount of law enforcement that was here, probably in the range of 25 to 30, including fire, EMTs, other first responders. So the manner in which they came, professionalism that they showed, it's difficult when you're a teacher and you're in the classroom and you've got to keep students in there and you can't use the restroom and things of that nature. But it was truly a proud moment in this county from the standpoint of how law enforcement reacted. They even had drones going and checking rooftops to make sure there was no individuals up there looking to cause harm to students and staff. So again, big shout out to all our first responders and law enforcement for last Thursday's lockdown. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, number 11, we have a presentation from Blue Zones Project Executive Director Marnie Sanders and Project Lead Jennifer Jelovich.
Evening. Oh, it is working. Okay. Hi. Thank you for having us this evening. It's been really great to be here tonight to witness all these folks getting awards, the spelling bee, staff, students, to witness the passion of your student body. It's really just a pleasure to be here tonight. And just on behalf of the Blue Zones Project, I really wanted to say thank you to the board and to all those who have been involved in welcoming Blue Zones into the schools in Marysville Joint Unified School District, and the opportunity that we've had to learn so much about what you're already doing in the schools around health and well-being and supporting our students, and the work that Jennifer's been able to come in and do alongside the student body and teachers and staff. I'm really excited for Jennifer to present to you tonight where you all are at in Blue Zone's approval within the schools. You'll see on this slide there's a lot of them that we've been working with, and it's been a real pleasure. But I just did want to say thank you on behalf of Blue Zones, and I'm going to introduce Jennifer to kind of dig in a little bit more and talk about what's been going on in the schools in relation to Blue Zones.
So yeah, super excited to be here. I just have to say, this district has heart. I mean, you can see it. You saw it tonight. You go into all the schools, and you all are just, it's beautiful to see. So, congratulations to these 7 schools that are Blue Zones Project approved right now, and then we are working with a lot of other schools as well, as some of them are listed. And what does it mean to be a Blue Zones Project approved school? Basically, it means these schools have the components of well-being, health and well-being, the things that they've learned in the Blue Zone study. So they have these Power 9 embedded into the schools. And so I'm not going to go over all of the 9 right now, but I am going to point out some of the specific things that the schools have first of all, you go into the schools and all the schools have their own little personality, you know, their special sauce. But what they all have in common is they have, like I said, heart, and they have a principal and that leadership that's really open, and they're just open to really helping with the kids, and then you've got the heart, the boots on the ground that's really making it happen. And the teachers and the staff are just, it's beautiful to go into the schools and hear their stories and hear the love for the kids in the community. So, you know, I had 5 minutes. So what I want to point out is that, and you have those handouts. So I'm a teacher at heart. So you've got the handouts to help you. But what they have is, they have things like, these schools have family and community events, and they partner with organizations like CalFresh Healthy Living, the Food Bank, Girls on the Run, the Salad Bar, and all the schools, as you know, is amazing. The A to Z Salad Bar is just over the top, and the professionalism at the school and in the district in the nutrition services is amazing. These schools have things like Kindness Challenge. The gardens are beautiful. Read Across America Day, you'll see it in the schools. Some of the schools have the all school weekly assemblies, whether it be outside or inside. That's a beautiful way of community within the school to see that. They have walk to school days. In fact, this Thursday, so in 2 days from now, on March 27th, if you want to join Olive Hurst Elementary School, they are having a walk to school day starting at Little Farmers Market. We leave at 7:30. So if you want to join at a walk to school. And then National Walking Day next Wednesday. Covalot is doing a walk to school day. It's starting at Veterans Park, and they leave at 7:30. So if you want to just do one, come join them for that. We've been able to share the Blue Zone story at the high schools. All the high schools are very open to that. And the picture there, I love. That's last year, and I hope to do this, help with this again. South Lyndhurst High School partnered. They went to Prestige Assisted Living and connected with the seniors. They replanted the garden beds and planted flowers. So it was just a really, really neat experience for the kids and for all of us. So, and really connecting the community. So, I just want to thank you, and I thank the schools for being open to this. It's really being able to kind of highlight all the great things that they're doing, and also provide some resources to maybe help bring in the Power 9, which is what the documents there, healthy fundraisers and things like that. So thank you again, and congratulations to these schools.
Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Marnie. I had the pleasure of working with Marnie, I think maybe 7 to 10 years ago, and you are always doing something great stuff for the community. Thank you. We appreciate that. Always good for kids. We really appreciate all the hard work that you do. To number 12, 12.1, approval of the March 11th, 2025 regular board meeting minutes. And we will now approve the minutes from the March 11th, 2025 regular meeting. Are there any noted corrections? No? If not, can I get a motion to approve the minutes for March 11th, 2025? Mr. Fuhrer. And a second by Oliver Taylor. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? And one abstention. And motion carries 5-6. Next is 12.2, approval of consent agenda items. We will now approve the consent agenda items 14.1 through 17.2. Is there any item that the board would like to pull for further consideration? Dr. Yang.
Yeah, I'd like to get a clarification on item 15.1.
Okay.
What Muter brought up, which is the dual enrollment partnership with Yuba College.
15.1. Okay. Any others? Okay.
I have a question. You want me to ask the question, or?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So the question on it was Muter brought up the fact that there's no new agreement, but this Yuba College CCAP agreement is a renewal. So I'd like to get a clarification of there's a disconnect for me there.
I could speak to the CCAP agreement itself. Whenever we have students that are dually enrolled, we have to have an agreement with the community college in which we are connected with to accept our students and serve our students. So this is the yearly agreement that we would engage with to continue our relationship.
But if I wrote my note down correctly, Angela noted that there's no renewal of the agreement.
Can I defer that to around the union, the contract?
Yeah, Mrs. Stiegel.
Good evening. First off, I would like to apologize because Mr. Yang, I can't hear your questions out here, so.
Yeah, I just wanted to get a clarification on it because in your MUTA statement to it, you noted that there was no new ongoing agreement with.
There is not. There is no new agreement. I heard something about the fact that this is a renewal. Here's the problem. This is a renewal of the district's agreement with Yuba College. What I'm talking about is the district has no new agreement with MUTA in regards to dual enrollment. We had an agreement with the district for years that we went by. The district then, under our former superintendent, started to, continually violate that agreement over and over and over again, including with this partnership. And we brought it to the district and to the superintendent numerous times, and we were supposed to meet with her, and she kept putting us off and putting us off and putting us off. And we told other people who were in Jordan's position in the personnel office, and they kept getting put off by the same superintendent. And so the district and the board approved a CCAP agreement that violated agreements that we have between the teachers union and the district in regards to dual enrollment. On top of that, and you can have whatever agreement you want with, Yuba College, but what I'm telling you is that the district has zero new agreement. You're just continuing to violate the agreements we've had and the past practice we've had between the district and the teachers union in regards to dual enrollment. You just continue to keep violating it. And this renewal continues to do that as well. But additionally, on top of that, it also violates two different board policies, which is 6146.11 and 5121.
Can you repeat that? 61 what?
6146.11 and 5121.
Jordan, am I under the assumption that that agreement with MUTA is not an evergreen contract? Evergreen, meaning that it automatically rolls over if there's no a new contract that's applied. There would be a duration. And so it's not a evergreen contract then. Yeah, there's an end date to it. Can I get an affirmation with that for that?
Affirmation of what? Because when you turn your head to talk to him, I can't hear anything you're saying.
Am I under the assumption that the previous agreement is not an evergreen contract, meaning that if there's no contract, it automatically renews?
No, actually, it's part of past practice that we've had for years. So it's not in our written CBA, but past practice is just as legally binding as anything else. And we brought that to the district's attention over and over and over again. But also, like I said, you're violating your own board policy on top of that. And so you have two issues that are going on. And we have, in fact, filed a grievance once before with the district, and the way that that was dealt with was we were supposed to be having a meeting about it, and then the superintendent turned around and canceled that meeting. And that's happened again and again. And I have mentioned before that there's a laundry list of things for which the district does not have any new agreements with us. So you're right in the effect that if you don't have a new agreement, then the old agreement that we had continues to just re-up itself without a new agreement. And so that's why like past practice keeps going and going and going is what I'm talking about. So like you're right in that aspect of it. Like if the district does not bargain a new agreement with us, our previous past practice is what rules supreme. And the district does not have a new agreement with us in regards to dual enrollment. And part of the problem you have within that is that you're giving away union work to people who are not part of our union. But also, I mean, we've brought to the district's attention before that you're violating your own board policy. So, I mean, you have both issues going on.
Angela, clarification. So if there needs to be more conversation in regards to making sure that we have an agreement that's viable for both parties, do you agree we suggest we could table this, pull it, and revisit it with the two bargaining parties?
I would assume that would be a pretty good idea.
Okay.
Jordan, as it tables, can I get a clarification on a later date? Can I get a clarification on the policy on contracts and whether they evergreen or not, just so that I understand whether new contracts are required or not?
New contracts are required, yes. I think you're getting like 3 or 4 different concepts all kind of convoluted into one, and it's not that simple and easy.
Is this something we could work on before the next meeting, April 8th?
Absolutely.
Okay. You can do that with Acting Superintendent, Mr. Jordan?
Yeah.
Reese? Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Do you guys, anybody have any thoughts about that, or an agreement that we need to maybe just table that?
I'll motion to table 5 point, what number is it?
We have a motion to table
5.1,
that?
15.1?
Yes, a motion to table 5.1, I'm sorry, 15.1 from Dr. Yang, and a second from Mr. Steeman. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay, that will be tabled. Thank you, Ms. Stiegel. Okay, so moving on, do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda items 14.1 through 17.2, omitting 15.1? Do I have a motion for approval? Mr. Steeman on a motion, and a second? Mr. Fuhrer. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 5-6. No new business superintendent, new business administrator. Okay, so next is new business educational services, 20.1, close. We need to close the public review and adopt 3 high school Spanish curricula, Galleria 2025, Senderos 2023, and Tomas 3E and AP Spanish 3E for the 2025-26 school year. Amy Stratton.
Yes, I'm ask you, we had the books open for public review for a month. We actually had one parent show up who was looking for books in Russian. So looking at the books for Spanish, there was nobody appeared to have concerns with it. So at this time, I would like to ask the board to adopt all 3 of the curriculum for the Spanish courses, the Spanish to Spanish speaker courses, and the AP Spanish.
Sorry, any questions from the board? Okay. Can I have a motion to adopt the 3 high school Spanish curricula, Galleria 2025, Senderos 2023, and Tomas 3E and AP Spanish 3E for the 2025-26 school year? Do I have a motion? Approved. Okay, Mr. Galicia is motion, and a second. Dr. Yang on a second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 5-6. Huh? It's 6-6. Did I say 5-6? I meant 6-6. Boy, it's late. Now we are going to adjourn into or back into closed session, and we will resume when we're done.
Yuba-Sutter.live's local government live streams are presented by Plumas Lake Self-Storage in Plumas Lake, where lifelong local residents are helping other residents keep things safe, providing indoor storage units, outdoor RV and vehicle parking, moving supplies, and Penske truck rentals. Details at plumaslakeselfstorage.com.
Hi, I'm Neil.
You've seen signs marking some of the gyms in Marysville. They're produced by Sapphire Sign Company, providing something small, large, and mobile. With decades of experience, Sapphire Signs has pioneered local production of a variety of signs, like temporary campaign-style signs, welcomes for unique events, building signage, event promotion, and vehicle customization. Need a sign? Make it a gem from Sapphire Sign Company. On the web at sapphiremarketinggroup.net. Sapphire.
Go forth of Comfort Keepers of Yuba, Sutter, and Nevada counties. Caring for elders or even yourself has challenges. Comfort Keepers of Yuba, Sutter, and Nevada counties can help you address today's issues and plan for tomorrow with in-home and specialized care for you or your family members. Call us at 530-749-8800. Comfort Keepers of Yuba, Sutter, and Nevada counties.
Yuba-Sutter done alive. It's the truth that comes through. Yuba-Sutter done alive. It's the truth that comes through.